Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I wanted to show you the deck list I brought to one of my local playmat slash box tournaments that we just had, and I think this deck was incredibly, it performed incredibly well. I'm just gonna adjust the camera here just a wee bit. There we go. I played yellow Katakuri because yellow is the new hotness, and I really do enjoy the deck style. It's fun. It's just kind of like, oh, what could happen when I flip open this life? It's so much fun, and today was really good, for the most part. I ended up going 2-2, and I'll explain my matches. First round was up against a yellow-green Arlong deck piloted by my friend Nick, and I like Arlong a lot. I think Arlong is a really cool deck, but it doesn't get better until set 4 or 5. I can't remember which one of that is, but I really like the deck. I'm going to build something like it and play with it because it's really neat. Second round was in the mirror of another Katakuri, and unfortunately, when it comes to Katakuri versus Katakuri, it is the person who goes second that ends up winning. And in this situation, he did go second, and I did lose. He was able to play one more 10-drop Big Mom than I was, and unfortunately, that kind of spelled the end for me. Third round was, again, another mirror match of Katakuri. There were quite a few of them running around this tournament, out of 14 people, by the way. And I went second this time, and I ended up winning because I was able to play, I believe, 2 Big Moms to his 1, and it just... I also was able to use a tech card to get rid of one of his blockers, which allowed me to secure the win. And finally, round 4 was against Film Kid, and I was feeling really good. I was hitting trigger after trigger after trigger, and they were all great triggers. But then he was able to KO 2 of my attackers, which set me back, unfortunately, too far for me to make a comeback, and I lost. Solid games though. I felt really confident. Oh, and it also, my hand bricked. I believe when I lost, I had gotten to 8 life. So 8. I think I was 9 in energy, 9 Dawn, and I had 3 10-drop Big Moms in hand, 1 7 cost, and then a Sanji 2K. So yeah, did not feel good getting bricked. I really thought if I had some more combo power, I could have gotten out of it, but having no combo power, obviously, you're going to lose. But anyway, it was great. I had a lot of fun with the guys, and I ended up getting 8th place with my matchups. Let me show you the deck I quickly ran. We all know what Katakuri does. You throw a Dawn on him, he swings for 7k, and then you get to look at the top card of your life or your opponent's life and place it on the top or bottom. Great stuff. Sanji is a wonderful 2k counter, and he's playable because if you use your leader ability on your own life, and you see a card that you would rather have in your hand, place it at the bottom, swinging with Sanji with 2 Dawn, so he's swinging for lethal, and take that card back to hand, and then replace it with a card on top of your deck. Amazing card. For Charlotte Crackers, you really want to see this off trigger, and you really want to be at less life than your opponent. I unfortunately did not get a chance to use its one Dawn, double strike, 7k power, but solid card. The whole thing with this deck was you really want to have as many triggers as possible, as many trigger monsters as possible that are good, so that way you can win by just letting your opponent attack you, filling your board with attackers, and then just swinging face. It's so much fun. That's the thing with Charlotte Smoothie. I sadly never got a chance to see her in play. I mostly use her as counters, but if she does come off life, you can swing in for 7k by trashing 1 card from your top or bottom of your life to hand. Like, by adding a card, not trashing. Adding a card from your life to your hand, the top or bottom of your life to your hand. And then it gets an additional 2k power. And that is a really cool ability, but that's if you want to go in for like the last, swing. Your Searcher, Charlotte Pudding. I really wish it was a 5. I don't know why it's only 4. I think that's really stupid. Red's got 5. Come on. Charlotte Sparrow. It was this card is so good. I was able to play one, in my last game, was able to play one from hand, and then one from my triggers in my life, and then I was swinging in with two. He played the Don Krieg card that KOs 2 cards in rest mode with a cost of 4 or less. He KO'd both of them, and unfortunately, even though I was able to search for one Big Mom and a 2k counter with their abilities, it lost me my momentum, and I lost. I really know I could have swung in for lethal damage later on, but anyway, card's amazing. It's goated. Card is busted as shit. Charlotte Lin, you play it, you get a 12k body, and you gain a life while your opponent loses one is an amazing ability, especially against like Whitebeard and decks that like to turtle up. If you're playing a mirror match, it is literally who can play more of these, because that's really it. Especially in the mirror match, when you go second, you're going to see this quicker, and then the first person to play their 10 drop essentially wins. That's just facts at this point. Strucin is just a 2k counter. Never use him for his ability. I got Shirahoshi off in 3 different games from Trigger. It's amazing. Play it, draw 3, discard 2. It's essentially Graceful Charity. Amazing card. If it's in your hand, you can trash it for trigger abilities, or just trash it for counter. 1 copy of the Secret Rare Katakuri. Honestly, I was running 2, but it just I realized that I was having too many big bodies in my deck without counter power, and if I had to take any of them out, unfortunately, it was going to be him. I want to keep him in there just in case, because he really does have a cool ability to place 1 character at the cost of 8 or less on top or bottom of the owner's life. So I can do this to myself to repair, like to gain 1 energy, or I can use it on my opponent to get rid of a pesky card, put it on the bottom of their life. Never got to see it today, though. For Charlotte Brûlée, it's a blocker that's played on trigger. It's amazing. You want to set it as the last card in your life so that if your opponent swings in, you can play it. Boom. It's, a blocker they didn't expect. Against yellow matchup, it's more than likely just going to get trashed. So that's unfortunate. Once again, another 2k counter that is just a 2k counter. You really don't use her ability for anything. The 7-drop Charlotte Lin is great on curve if you get it. It is essentially just your opponent chooses either to trash a life or you gang a life. Really fun to put them in that situation. 3 copies of Ikoku Sovereignty. Amazing card. 2k counter for, a 2-cost counter for 5k. Amazing. Also got it off trigger once today. I was able to just discard 2 trashy cards in my hand, like they're just bad cards, and I regained a life that I just took. It's an awesome card. 4 copies of Thunderbolt. I changed this last moment. I was running only 2. I decided to run 4, and it really came in handy. As a trigger, it helped KO one of my opponent's cards I was attacking, and it helped me KO in the mirror match. One of my mirror matches, I was able to KO their blocker, which put them in a situation where they were not able to survive my attacks. It's an awesome card. I knew I was going to either win this turn or lose next turn, so I took the shot and I win. I won with it. Sorry, I'm so tired right now. And finally, just for fun, a Soul Pocus. This is a card that I really like. It is essentially a 7-drop Charlotte Lin without the body, and obviously being a 5-cost. I got this off twice. Once I played from my hand, and the other from trigger, which was amazing. It really did help me secure that win, because they had to take a life. They decided to, give me a life more than, I believe. No, they took a life. They took the life from that. So I was just, it's such a good card, but I understand why people don't run it. I ran it because I'm like, fuck it, I like this card. But anyway, yes, that is the deck that I ran for my playmat tournament today. And I really had fun with it. Like I said, the mirror match is always going to be the hardest part. And if you go first, you have an uphill battle. But most other decks, I feel like it has a really good matchup. So, hey, let me know what you think in the comments down below. What color are you running this set? And leave your answers in the comments down below. Once again, I am so tired right now. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Here's how the story goes. We find out by the treasure in the grand line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king. Yago, yago, yago. That's Monkey D. Luffy.
King of the pirates.